Blue dinosaur. Let's do this one. What one do you want? What color? What color? Okay.
Lily, do the I want thing.
Okay. What? Purple color. Dominick, what color do you want? What color? What one do you want? Brown. Brown? Okay. Brown. Boom, 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 boom. Red.
Don't throw.
Ready? Let's open it.
I want him to say I want again, though.
Ready?
Do not throw them everywhere.
Ready? Let's go. Let's go.
Lily, do the I want thing.
Okay. What color is it? Dominick, what color
Oh,
do
you okay,
want?
Lily?
What color? Go. Dominick, what color do you want? Dominick, what color do you want? There's purple, blue, and green. Go.
Oh, of course, my life.
Go. Dominick, what color do you want? Oh, like purple. Purple. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2. 3, 2, 1. Back. Dominick, do silver. Okay. Blue. I'll give him the cutest one ever. This is like random, like I'll commit 2019. Dominick, what color do you want? Dominick, what color do you want? Yellow. What color do you want?
Hey, you guys. I know I just posted a video yesterday,
What color do you want? What color
but
do you
I
want?
decided to do just a little one tonight.
Yellow.
It was just a little experience I was going through, and it's kind of an autism video, slash just kids in general video. A lot of kids struggle with this. But Dominick was playing with something earlier, and Lily wanted to play with him. And he's usually okay with it, but sometimes he has a hard time. But when she went over to grab a car, and mind you, he has like a whole bin of cars. She grabbed like 2 or 3 cars and he started screaming. So I'm like, okay, maybe he wants the car you have. So I took it away and I gave her another car. Like, maybe that's just special. Every car she took, he screamed. So I'm like, okay, Dominick, you can't have everything. So he had like a meltdown for about 10 minutes. And then she like went and sat. I was holding him. She was sitting. I think she had like one car, but she was like away where he couldn't see her. And all of a sudden he got up and he and he took a car and he gave it to her. And he, I don't know if he said your turn, I can't remember, but he gave her the car and they started sharing and they've been playing together for 20 minutes.
He said it was my turn.
My turn. And then I captured some of it, but the most of it I kind of missed. She was giving him a car, like choices, like his speech therapist, like, do you want the red car or the blue car? And he was like, I want blue car. And he was like saying I want after every car, because that's what his speech therapist will teach him. Not just to say blue car, but I want a blue car. And he was doing that consistently for like 5 minutes. I captured some of it, but not all of it. But I just thought, for my friends that have kids with autism or on the spectrum or any kind of processing disorder, or even just typical children, because even Lily sometimes, if she's tired or she just doesn't understand, he did not understand that she wanted to share with him. He just could not process that. He thought she was taking all of his cars, and that like when they get to that point where they don't understand something and they're so frustrated, it's so hard to. And by they I mean kids. I don't mean just kids with autism. But when kids get to that point where they're so frustrated, there's like no calming them down. They just don't understand. And some of it too, and not all, but sometimes it's not always processing. Sometimes it's just they're not getting their way. And that's why when I figured out that it was just every car Lily was taking, that's when I was like, I put my foot down and I was like, no, Dominic, you have to share with Sissy. You have like, his car bin is like, there's like 100 cars. I'm like, you can't have all 100 cars. Sissy can have 1 or 2. You weren't even playing with that. So some of it was, oh, maybe he did want all the cars. But some of it is they don't, he wasn't processing that she wanted to share. He was just processing that she wanted all of it. And when he calmed down, he walked over and handed her a car. So I just thought that, in my opinion, was worth sharing, since I have a little more views and I have some people on here with kids that can understand. I just really thought that was worth sharing. And then on another level, the brother, I always said that the brother and sister connection is like the bomb right now. So I just thought that was worth sharing. Josiah's over there playing his game. He's about to get off. Yeah, he always plays that. I have to read books with LiLi. So I'm like, why not make another video? But I just really want to capture that. And I also wanted to explain to some people that don't understand being on the spectrum. It's not that you should let kids on the spectrum, or any kids for that matter, get away with something. Even if they don't understand, it's about repetition. So the more you do something, the more you let them know you can't get away with hoarding that whole bin of cars. And even you don't know if they understand or if they don't understand. But either way, you can't let them get away with it. I'm not saying that for those people that are thinking that in their head, because I've ran into so many people. Okay, Lily, we'll catch you on the flip side. But I am saying there are times where it's not a temper tantrum, where it's not them trying to get their way, where it's not them being mean or malicious. They just really do not comprehend. They do not process things the same. And I'm glad, and believe me, I'm not always perfect, so I'm not saying, oh, I'm perfect. But I am proud of myself the way I handled that at that time and place. I was very calm. I brought him to the side. I moved him away from the situation, but I also let him know that he could go back if he wanted to, as long as, because he was hitting her. So I was like, as long as you stop grabbing your sissy, you can go back over. And I also let him know Sissy can have some cars, but I understand that you don't want her to take all of them. And then I told Lily, you can share, but you can't take it all. So, you know, you want to get both sides. You want to understand from both perspectives, but you also don't want to let one kid get away with something than the other, even if they are on the spectrum or don't process it. But at the same time, you want to be understanding and calm. And so I just held him for a little bit. I let him have his time to scream. I wasn't like, oh, stop screaming. I let him scream. I let him have his fit. And when he was done, he went over and handed Lily a car. So I just thought that was pretty cool. But I may film a little bit more, but if I don't film any more, I'm at least going to post this. It'll probably be just like a 5-minute video, but oh well. Thanks for watching if you did.